The absence of a parliamentary oversight committee for the presidency took center stage during the budget vote in the National Assembly today. President Cyril Ramaphosa presented the allocations for the several departments that now fall firmly within his ambit. Newzroom Afrika's senior politics reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo has the details.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has reiterated the emphasis that will be placed on inclusive economic growth and a continuation of programs like Operation Vulindlela, which is a joint venture between the Presidency and Treasury. The formation of the National Energy Crisis Committee and its gains were also commended.
With the support of the National Energy Crisis Committee, there's been a marked improvement in the performance of Eskom's power stations, which produce the bulk of our electricity. Regulatory changes have enabled substantial new investment in electricity generation that measure up to tens and tens of billions of rands. This week, the country will have gone for 120 days without load shedding. And this is something to be celebrated. However, it is too soon to claim victory. Our electricity system is still vulnerable, and we cannot yet rule out, possible challenges going forward.
At least 4 ministries, planning, monitoring and evaluation, electricity and energy, state security, and now state-owned enterprises fall within the presidency. This is over and above the several task teams and programs that are already managed by the department. The new official opposition has taken aim at this.
With the dissolution of the Department of Public Enterprises, state-owned companies will now fall under the presidency, which means they will no longer be accountable to Parliament. The President only answers to Parliament during quarterly question and answer sessions, which are often marred by bias and lack of transparency. The DA has previously called for a portfolio committee on the presidency, citing Phala as an example of its necessity. However, now that the Democratic Alliance holds a cabinet positions, will they reiterate this call?
The Freedom Front Plus concurs, but argues that the oversight body should not take the shape of a committee.
A year ago, a delegation of 6 senior members of Parliament travelled overseas to other jurisdictions to see if we can find a mechanism to do oversight over the presidency. What we need is not a normal portfolio committee. We need a unique, homegrown mechanism, not a portfolio committee. And let's be clear, the purpose of that mechanism cannot be to settle personal scores or to do attacks on the president's person as an individual. That's not the purpose of such kind of unique method that we need.
During his response to the opening of Parliament debate, President Ramaphosa slated Malema for playing the man and not the ball. The EFF's president doubled down on his initial statements about Ramaphosa's struggle credentials and his father.
To say someone else's parents is a police officer can never be used as an insult. I spoke about your father in order for you to drag my grandmother, unfairly so, because my grandmother has got nothing to do with what I'm doing here. So I want to state it very clear that, President, we respect each other and will continue to engage each other robustly. Secondly, Parliament and political work in general is not for soft-skinned people who will use all languages to complain whenever we give fair but robust and direct characterization of their political conduct. Here we speak truth and nothing else but the truth.
The President will respond to the contributions of MPs on Wednesday. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo in Johannesburg.